If you're a pattern or surface designer and you're thinking about uploading your designs to Spoonflower to see them on fabrics or on other home good items, I really recommend you watch this video first because you might be missing out on tips and tricks that could help you upload better, upload faster, make your shop look more professional, and make sure that if a potential buyer comes in, there are more chances of them purchasing your designs. These tips and tricks relate to multiple factors when it comes to uploading designs onto Spoonflower, such as the colorway option, which is, for those of you who don't know, how to create those color variations under your pattern, but also a system, or let's call it a method of uploading to make sure that you're doing things faster and that you are maximizing the time that you have to work on Spoonflower, as well as uploading in different sizes, cool techniques, things relating to collections, and even things about filling a yard in a specific way. Now, this video is not going to have like tip number 1 and I'm going to show you some time lapse on the screen. No, we're going to do everything in real time with my screen in about 2 minutes. But before I take you to my screen and share all of these tips and tricks with you guys, I would like to say 2 things first. The first thing is that a lot of the tips and tricks in this video actually came from comments from you guys, from our lovely community of creative people, and I thank you so much for sharing these tips with me. I feel like my shop is already looking more professional. It even helped me come up with the system in which I'm currently uploading, which makes the uploading time so much faster. And I thank you so much for sharing these tips and tricks with me so I can share them with the rest of our community. And the second thing I have to say, for those of you who might not know this already, is hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero and I teach creative people how to sell their art online, and this is Spoonflower Part 3, tips and tricks you might want to see before starting your Spoonflower store. But enough chit chat, let's go to my screen and have some fun sharing these tips and tricks with Spoonflower. Mainly, I know you're watching this for the color variation one, so I'm gonna start with that one, but stay tuned because there will be a lot more. Welcome to my Spoonflower store, and I'm going to dive right into what I think most of you are watching this video for, which is the Spoonflower Colorway feature, or how I like to call it, how do I make those variant colors? And I've already opened some listings here that I have variant colors for. So for example, the Evil Eye Hearts, this is a pink fabric, and if I click on this one, then we have the purple one, or the light blue, and as you can see, there are multiple different colors. Mostly I upload them in sets of 10. This is an example of how the color gradients between all of the pattern itself. The entire pattern is in a different color and it's on colorway. I also have this collection, which is checkered snowflakes, which is a variation of 2 colors. So in this case, we have the light blue and the purple. Here we have some kind of pastel turquoise green along with violet. And I also have another blue, and as you can see, again, these are 10 different colors. This is another example of completely switching the entire color palette between one design to another. And as you can see, again, 10 more. But one more thing that you can do is something that I did with this design here, with this pattern here, is that the motif is the same. It's just that the background color is different. So we have the pink, the green, and the blue. Now, the way that this is done, it's actually very, very simple. All you have to do when you want to create designs that look this way, I'm going to head over to my designer and show you how it looks from the inside. We have these, the foxes that I just showed you, that are the last 3 that I uploaded. And if you look at the title, Small Cute Fox Doing Yoga dash pink, Small Cute Fox Doing Yoga dash green, and this one dash blue. They all have the exact same description. They all belong in the same collection. Some of them belong to other collections, but they are all under the same collection. And they all include a mass amount of the same tags. The last important thing that we need to remember when it comes to creating the patterns with colorway is the fact that they all need to look exactly the same on top of your fabrics and your wallpaper. So the percentage of how it looks has to be identical. And that's basically what you need to do to create the colorway. Now, this is the explanation of how to do the colorway. However, if you want to do colorway in a speedier way, because every time we upload a product, we have to go into the product and edit all of these things. If you want to make sure that this process is much quicker, check out my system. And I'm going to do this with these. I have the black cats on pastel pattern that I'm going to use as an example for this colorway, and I have 10 files ready for this pattern. I'm going to go to add a design, click on choose files, and you can upload up to 10 files at a time, which is why I usually just do 10 at a time. As you can see, by the way, these are not 1:1 ratio. It's 5,000 by 4,248. We don't need 1:1 ratio patterns when we upload to Spoonflower. They just have to be seamless. And in a lot of cases, seamless patterns would act much better based on the type of the pattern if the ratio is not 1:1. Now that all of the designs are uploaded, I'm going to click on Edit Designs in the Design Library. And I also have a small trick that I would like to show you. This is on my notes on my Mac. So you have notes, fox, small cute fox doing yoga, a cute fox illustration, la 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 la. This is the behind the scenes of the things that I upload because, for example, with this fox, I want to remember the settings that I had when I was creating the colorway. I want to remember the settings that I had when I was creating the colorway options in case I will upload more of this pattern. So now I'm going to create another tab just for myself for the cats because I might want to upload this print or this pattern with multiple other colors. Now the title of it is already the title of the name of the file. I made it easier for me. So it's black cats on pastel background. I'm just going to write it here. Maybe I will change it later to something else like black mysterious cats or something like this. And now I'm going to write the description. A simple black cat in a repeat pattern over a single color background. I also wrote a wonderful pattern for your cat related projects. And now I'm thinking about the tags. I'm still doing it here, so it will be easier for me to copy paste it or to save that information for later on. And the tags are going to be cat, black cat, cats, cats pattern, cat lover, love cats, kitty, feline, bad luck, superstitious, and I think that this is enough for now. Maybe I'll add Halloween, even though I don't really see this as something that's going to be totally related to Halloween, but we can pop that in there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out all this information here before I'm heading over to design these individual items. And I want to tell you why. Because if I'm going to click on this one, for example, let's open this in a new tab to go over this design and design it, to basically upload it, I'm going to have to edit all of this and then save it, and then go into the ratio of the fabric. And that takes more time. So if I want to shorten out that process, it's actually very simple. See all of these 10 here? Let's go here. Black cats on pastel. Let's call it on single background. Maybe superstitious. Black cats pattern on single color. Doesn't actually matter if it's uppercase letters or not, but black cat's pattern on a single color, that's how I want to call it. And I'm going to go here, click on this, change it, hyphen it, red. Dark orange, because I have two types of oranges here. Bright orange, yellow, green. Ooh, this will be like olive green, you know, because I have two greens, I just noticed. This would be kind of dark turquoise, right? Moving on. Dark green. I know it seems a little bit tedious, but trust me, this is going to shorten your process so much. Dark blue. Update. No, this one. Dark purple. And we'll call this one pastel purple. It's okay to have more than one word after the dash as long as the beginning is the same. And now I'm going to head on over to the description, copy this. Hello. Update. Super technical. And this is instead of going into each and every one of them and doing this process. Last one. Okay, now we have to put them all in the same collection. I actually have a black cat collection. Cats For those of you who don't know that you can type in here instead of just searching between your collections. And obviously I can add them to other collections because I do have other collections that they may fit, like collections that are based on color and fill a yard. And I will touch up on that in this video after I finish this process. Now we still have to fill in the tags. So let's grab all of our tags. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and we can have 13 different tags. So if we have 11 here and I'm going to copy them, then each one that I'm copying it to, I can add 2 more tags. So I'm going to write pastel cat and let's write pastel purple. Or I can write, for example, purple cat, you know, even though it's a black cat, I'm going to write purple cat. And here you have to click on add and then done. This is the only time that we're clicking on 2 things. So again here, purple cat, dark purple, add, done. Done. Let's do the rest. Let me snap my fingers and the rest will be done. And it's done. We're finished with this part. And now I am going to go into these individual patterns so that I can activate them and design them. But I have saved myself the part of going into basically the top part of them. So I opened this up in the new window and I do not have to go into this section, add anything or save anything because this section is already done. And here I'm also going to add one more piece of information, which is the percentages that I will be using for the wallpaper and for the fabric. Or if I didn't change the wallpaper, so I'm not going to put that in. I'm going to click on edit and let's say I want my pattern to look like this. This is 49%. I click on save and I write here fabric 49%. Just for me to remember, the thumbnail changed automatically. And now all I have to do is click on not proofed so that I can proof it. Let's go back, go back, go back. Looks good. I do recommend for a lot of people, if you're a beginner and you don't know how to test out patterns, start with the proofing before you do all of this. Because if you would have done all of this and the initial pattern would have been wrong, then you've done all of this for nothing and you have to basically change all the files. And I'm basically done, unless I want to change the size in the wallpaper. If I want to change the size in the wallpaper, I am going to also write it down in my notes here that the wallpaper size is different. Clicking on for sale, on fabrics, home goods and wallpaper, save, and this will be on. Now I need to do the same for all of these, which means again, going into one of these to our dark purple pattern, and I'm going to click on edit. And again, this was 49%. I can just type in 49, click here, it's 49 and save. Then I wait, thumbnail. I like to wait a little bit to see this on different products to see that it looks good. Clicking on proof, not proofed, start, scroll out, looks good. I already know that it looks good. I tested this pattern before I made this video and I'm putting it up for sale. And all I have to do is finish doing this for every single one of these designs and then they're going to be appearing as colorway. It's not going to be instant. You're not going to finish all of them and then go into one of them and oh my god, all of a sudden I have all these colorways. So I already done 2, right? I'm heading back to my store. Let's click on new. Let's go to the first one I uploaded. And there is no colorway. You know why? Because it takes it a little bit of time to update it. Sometimes I saw it being updated after like 10 hours. Sometimes it was a day. But this is the way to colorway or to have these beautiful color variations on Spoonflower, and also with a little bit of a tip from me on how to upload it faster. We are so not done. We're not even close to being done, because what I want to show you now is the concept of uploading the same pattern in different sizes. And I'm going to head back over to my store. Let's go to the latest. And here you can see that while this pattern is repeating itself 3 times with a different background, the same as this one, this is basically the same pattern repeating itself 3 times because it's in different sizes. And I'm going to log into one of those. Let's do the autumn one. I'm right-clicking on all of them to open them in a new tab. This is a pattern that is called a cheater's quilt. And here you can see the name Fall Autumn Cheater Quilt Small. I'm going to put it on a yard so you can see how small it is. Then we go to the one that is on a medium. And this is how it looks on a yard. See the difference? This one is much smaller than this one. And then we have the big one, which looks on a yard this way. So big, medium, small. And the reason why I'm doing this is because some people, for example, want to order a swatch, which will cover, in this case, the entire thing. My pattern was 9 squares. And here, if they click on a swatch, that's not going to be the case. But a fat quarter will be. And here, fat quarter would not look like this, but this design is going to look much better on the really large home decor items, such as the tablecloth that we have and the curtain panels, because the curtain panels are going to look very different on the small variation. Now, which one of these is correct? Which one of these is better? Which one of these do people would want to buy? Would they want to buy a yard that is so small? Maybe they want it for a small project. Maybe they want it for a quilt. Maybe they want to buy, just a swatch. Or maybe someone wants to buy this type of fabric because they want to create a very large pattern. There is no right and wrong because each and every one of these designs will serve someone else for a different need. And if you want to create something like this, you basically have to upload 3 designs that are completely the same and then change the dimensions or the ratio or the percentage on the fabrics and the wallpaper, or you will upload files that are not in the same size based on the original size that you want. Personally, I like doing it in the same size, and I have the example of Happy Cupcake Frog pattern. This is a nice kawaii pattern that I made, and I want to be using this. Now, because I don't want to wait forever, I don't want to upload one and then upload one and then upload one, what I'm going to do is click on copy paste and then again on copy paste. And I personally have 3 different sizes. I've seen artists with 5 different sizes. Upload a design, choose files. And this one I don't have any color variations, so I'm not going to really need to save it. I'm selecting all of these 3, agree and continue. Now, even though this is not going to be a colorway thing because of the different size elements, I wish that Spoonflower had this option, like the colorway, but with like sizeway or something. Even though it's not going to be like this, I'm still going to do most of the editing of these things from this area just to save myself some time. So the title is Happy Cupcake Frog Kawaii Seamless. Let's call this one small. I'm just deciding. Seamless, medium, and large. Description. A fun and quirky pattern of kawaii frog cupcakes, a great pattern for frog lovers or lovers of cupcake. This pattern exists in 3 different sizes to best suit your crafting projects. Please don't, please, yes, okay. I was afraid that my words are gonna, like my word space is gonna end. And I'm just copy pasting it everywhere. Now we need to put it in a collection. I do have a frog collection. I should have a cupcake collection, you know that? Or a sweet collection. Because I do have like my ice cream patterns that I really like. Tags. I'm not going to click on add because I want to use them for the rest. Frog pattern. Happy frog? Happy cupcake frog cupcake pattern. Kids. Animals. Kawaii frog. Kawaii cupcake. Add. Done. I already copied it. Copy paste. Done. Add. Done. Awesome. Now I'm going to open all 3 of them at the same time. I'm basically clicking command and then opening them in a new tab. So all of them are going to appear here. So I'm going to see the small, the medium, and large, even though they all have the same settings right now. I'm going to go over to the small, and here I also want to show you something really cool that relates to how you can view things when you select the fabric options. So I'm going to click on edit, and while I have to guess how things are going to look on a swatch if I'm on a yard, I don't actually have to guess because I can look at the preview cut size and put a swatch in here. So what I like to do, and this one is the cancel small. Great. For the small, I am going to fit it on a swatch. So if someone is going to order a swatch, they're going to be able to enjoy it. So I think something around 10% is going to be awesome. And I'm going to save this. For the medium size, I'm going to go to edit and I'm going to view this as a fat quarter. And I'm going to want to make sure that the fat quarter looks nice. And I think it's something like this, maybe 28 or 29, 29, awesome. Again, I do not write this down at this moment because I'm not looking to do anything with colorway. Otherwise, I would have written this down. And moving on to the large one, which I'm going to click on edit. And I'm going to look how it looks in a yard and maybe make this a tiny bit smaller like this and save. But the most important part for me when I'm looking at the large size print is how it's going to look on the home decor products. And this is something cool. Now, I also can look at this. Maybe people would like this print, but I doubt that someone is going to order something like this. This doesn't even look good if you look at it from afar. You have to like zoom in because it is really that small. Let's take a look, for example, on a pillow. On a pillow, the medium size would look much better than the large size. So basically what I'm creating is a pattern that if people sift through, they'll go like, oh, the curtains are really big and nice. The duvet cover is really nice. The bed sheets are really nice. We also have more products like the table runner or the tablecloth. The pillow might not look good, but the throw blanket does. And then in the medium size, you do have the pillows that look much better, the placement that is kind of adorable, the table runner looks better, the throw pillow, and here you have with the smaller size, I doubt people are going to use any of those, but maybe the tea towel, maybe the napkins, and mostly the fabric itself. And it's not me saying, oh, I'm going to do all this work because maybe someone is going to buy the tablecloth or the duvet cover. I know that these are extremely expensive with Spoonflower. However, when we're looking at fabrics, we're also looking at what someone wants to do with that fabric. So yes, maybe someone wants this fabric to use this fabric for the curtains. By the way, if you like this video so far or found this content useful, please hit the like button down below because every time you do that, it really does help my channel, believe it or not, and subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. Back to the screen. Now, right now, all of the wallpaper sizes are still the same, which are 71%. I'm on the large size one. I can show this here or not, and I can also show the two rolls here. This is a really nice view. With the large one, I'm going to keep this the same. Now I have the medium one. So in the medium one, I'm going to go to edit, and I'm just going to drop it one down. Save. Ta-da! And with the small one, I'm going to drop it twice down. And this is also based on what someone wants to do with this wallpaper, because if they want to use it for their entire house, maybe they would go for the large one or for the medium one. But what if they want to cover a very small surface? What if they want to use this wallpaper to cover, desk drawers or something like that? And now all I have to do is, of course, proof all of these. Clicking on start, moving backwards. This looks good. I've already tested this pattern. We have the thumbnail here, which I can edit, but I kind of like it to stay the same. I'm going to put it for sale. Then I'm going to move over to the medium one, proof it again. Looks good. Put it for sale. As you can see, again, the thumbnail looks much different. And this happy frog, which is a large. Proofing it, scrolling back, looks good. Putting it for sale, and I didn't have to go over into the edit the title, edit the collections, edit all of that, and approve those separately or manually because I've already done that work from the designer. And now if I click on new, as you can see here, it's very vividly clear for people if they go into my shop that these come in different sizes because of the size of the thumbnail. We're not done yet. I do want to talk to you a little bit about collections. We're going to go into all collections. And for those of you who don't know the difference between all collections and designed collections, I'm going to quickly open both. Let's go to designed collections. Designed collections are only things that appear right now in your store. And as you can see here, it does say 10 designs, even though 2 are public because I'm looking at this and I'm the user. But if you want to actually add a collection, because as you can see, you can't really do that, you have to have gone to the all collections if you want to create a new collection. In this case, I don't want to create a new collection, but I want to show you something cool when it comes to the collection overview. This collection is called Cheater Quilts. And if I go into this collection, it's a collection of basically cheater quilt patterns. However, if someone is looking at this from my store, it kind of looks boring and it looks the same way because all of these are the exact same one. So I'm going to go into this again and I'm going to decide manually what is going to appear as the front of this collection. I do like the blue. I'm going to name it number 1, and I am choosing the one that shows the quilt, not the one that is very, very quilted. And then I want to present let's do the pink. Yeah, the pink is already presented. And this one I want as my number 3. Let's open this. And now when I'm going to go back to my profile and back to my design collections or all of my collections, in this case, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to look at the cheater quilt. Now it's going to present the 3 of the ones that I've chosen, and it's going to look a lot more interesting than it did before. One thing that I do love to do is also fill a yard collections. Now, for those of you who don't know what the fill a yard thing is all about, let me just show you. Entering this collection of retro style Evil Eye, you can see that it says, do you want to use it to fill a yard project? And this is something that I can see as the designer, but everybody can see on every single collection on Spoonflower. And I'm going to start designing, and it's going to tell me, hey, do you want to fill a yard with 2 designs? Vertical split or horizontal split? Do you want to fill a yard with 42 designs, up to 42 designs? Do you want to fill 2 yards with 4 designs for 2 infinity scarves? Do you want to fill it up with 12 designs for 12 dinner napkins? So literally, if someone clicks on this and let's go and design the project, what they're getting is a yard that will be filled with these designs, and they're going to come split. Literally, all they have to do is just cut this line. I don't know if you can see it because there is a lot of white in the design itself, but all they have to do is just do this, and it's ready for 12 dinner napkins. Now, the way that I like to use it is to think backwards. If someone wants to fill a yard with my collection, perhaps I should create collections that are literally meant to fill a yard. And while all of my collections are based on the motifs like Bohemian Autumn, Evil Eye on Stripes, Retro Evil Eye, I think I need to make one just for every Evil Eye that I have. Definitely I need to do that. That should be on my to-do list. You know what? I'm not all collections. Thank you. If you think about doing something, just do it. Don't put it up for later. But I want you to see here that I have a collection that is called Red Filiard, Green Filiard, Purple Filiard, Pink Filiard, Blue Filiard. Let's go to Green Fill a Yard. And this is basically all the designs that I have that are in green color. So if someone wants to create a cheater quilt or some kind of green motif, they have everything that is green. I can also create different ones for birthday fill a yard, kids fill a yard, and stuff like that. But that is a little bit of a tip for me because that is something that I like to do personally. One last tip before we go back to me and summarize this video is if you are taking Spoonflower seriously and you want to make sure that you do not miss out on your uploads, or you keep in touch or keep track of your uploads, then I would recommend actually writing down the designs that you upload. You can upload and publish up to 50 designs per week. So for me, it's actually pretty simple. If I do want to do that, all I have to do is do 10 designs every day of the week on weekdays, not on the weekend. And then I got my 50 a week, but I do recommend writing it down. With the screen part done, let's get back to me to summarize this video. And just like that, we're back to me. And I would love to know in the comment section down below, did you already know these tips and tricks? Is this also the system in which you're uploading? Are you uploading in a different system? What is the most important thing that you learned from this video? Or maybe you just enjoyed it by watching some of my patterns that I was working on. Really, any comment would be much appreciated. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, a lot of these tips and tricks came from our community members, so I would really like to thank you all for sharing your information with me. I feel like as much as I am the face of this, I am also here to learn and grow and develop and do more awesome things. So thank you for sharing this with me for my businesses and for me to be able to share it with anyone else. And if you want to be a part of an awesome community of people who are creative and trying to do things with patterns, with text, with print on demand, with printables, feel free to join our free Facebook community for creative people with a link to that in the description down below. I would also leave a link down below in the description for the free newsletter that we have, because I have been getting more and more DMs from people on Instagram saying that YouTube is not announcing them or notifying them whenever there's a new video. So the free newsletter sign up can help you with that. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained. I'm going to leave a link somewhere here on the screen with the full playlist of Spoonflower that is ever growing. We so far had like a more massive uploading video as well as an actual fabric review. So that's kind of cool, and it's going to be, again, here. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!